Yo, what up? What up? What up? Here we go. Alrighty then. There we go. There we go. What up? What up? What up? That. Make sure we good. Yo, Tim, what's up, buddy? What's up? Hopefully all is well. What is going on? Picking Izzy to beat Pyfer. you know, I like the matchup for Izzy. Technically, the thing is like I think if Izzy shows up, the guy that fought Imavov in that first round, I think he could easily that version of Izzy beats Joe Pyfer. What I worry about is can Izzy take a big shot from Pyfer because he's going to get hit. I have no doubt Izzy technically from the outside can beat Joe Pyfer, can pick him apart. But how does Izzy react to be getting hit by that guy? He does hit hard. He's not the most technical guy. But how does he react to when he gets hit? Can he take that big punch? Even if it's just one time, can he take that shot? If this was a few fights ago, then I'd be like, I like Izzy's chances, but I worry about that durability. Izzy will be smart for Pyfer, in my opinion. Will be too smart for Pyfer. That's fair. That's fair. Joe striking is too basic. I agree. It's too basic. MMA YouTuber Goat is live. Colostrum, I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. From what I heard today, the Ariel show said that UFC originally wanted to do Izzy versus Pyfer at 324. God, I wish they did that. That would have been sick. Yo, Lucas, what's up, man? Hey, MMA. Sorry, I was watching Sacramento Kings versus Knicks. No problem. I just went live. Joe needs to wrestle for his life. Agreed. Izzy will be faster than Piper as well. Oh, faster. Again, the only thing I worry about, for one, I think if Piper can get on top of Izzy, that could create a little bit of issues. But the only thing I worry about with Piper is that big shot. And he does have that. I'm, God, I want Izzy to win so bad. So bad. But I appreciate you guys. Make sure you're smacking that like button. Um, yeah, I appreciate you. Some really good fight announcements today too. Really good ones. Oh, Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison is off. They put Rose Namajunas and Natalia Silva on that card. Now that Nunes and Harrison is out or is off, because Harrison suffered, I believe, a neck injury, something like that. Here we go. We are live. Oh, goal. Let's do 5. Let's do all colors. Let's do 2 hours. Here we go. We can hit 5 super chats, no matter the amount. $2. $2 is the thing that we can hit the goal, but as low as $2, I'll do 1 extra hour of live streaming if we can hit it. Boom, there we go. Let's put it here. Oops. Fuck. Sorry. Let me see. There's that. Okay. Lolita with the 20. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lolita. Appreciate you. Ba, 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 ba. You think Joe could sub him like a boo? Yes. Yes. I can see Izzy being able to avoid the big power shots from Piper the entire 3 rounds or 5 rounds. Because at first, Yes, of course. Can Izzy stay away from that or finish him before he gets hit? I don't know. Honestly, we don't really even know how good Piper's chin is. We don't really know. What Amanda Nunes and Harrison is off. Yep, Harrison got hurt. Good evening, young man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Neck injury. Yep. We're getting close to 324. Yes, we are. Azmat Bakai versus Trishan Gore got announced today. I did not get that. I'm sorry. I'll post that if that's true. If that's true, I love that fight. I'm disappointed in the Dana White announcement, bro. I thought it would be more funner than Adesanya and Joe fight. Paulo is gonna get smashed by Azman. I think Paulo that fight's gonna be a lot closer than people think. I was surprised it was only two, um, but there's gonna be more. I was surprised on that. 1 hour. Yep. 1 hour. What? I got Pyfer by brutal KO. Ugh, hurts my soul. They should show they should make some changes to UFC 326 as well. I think they should make Yuri versus Olberg his main event and Holloway Oliveira as co-main and Ortega Mercano as featured fight under Holloway Oliveira. I think Holloway Oliveira is a bigger fight than Yuri Olberg. Izzy is a good counter striker. I can see him countering Pyfer and then catching him, boom, KO, kind of like he did Robert back in the day. I agree with that. 1 hour chat. Again, thank you for the 20. You know what? You put a 20. Yeah, I'll do a 2 hour stream today. I'll do a 2 hour stream. Originally, I was gonna if I hit the five marker on there, I was gonna do an extra hour, but you hit the mark with one super chat. So yeah, I got Holloway. I got Charles. I was watching an old fight today, Joe Stevenson versus George Chilaropoulos. Sorry, bad spelling, bro. Nope, no big deal. I knew exactly what you're talking about. I just seen it as well. Actually, pretty decent fight. I just got done watching Robbie Lawler calls Condit fucking robbery, man. It's so crazy because into that fourth round, Robbie Lawler's corner man, I don't remember his name, he has braces though. He said, "You need these last 2 rounds to win this fight." He 100% lost that fourth round and won the fifth round, but people don't give enough credit to Carlos because there's that like minute where Robbie's going crazy, but everything before and everything after, Robbie's doing really good stuff. So at the very least, it's 3-2 Carlos Condit. I don't think Izzy has much of a defense other than moving away and or head movement. Like he doesn't have the best elbow frames or shoulder blocks, elbow flare, etc. against a guy like Pyfer. Well, Pyfer isn't a good boxer. He has good overhands. That's really it. So I think it might look better than you think because it's Pyfer. He doesn't have big combinations, you know. Douglas versus Julian Rosa. Who do I have? You know who I want. It's the Juicy J, baby. I think people are underestimating Max. That seems ridiculous. I'm not underestimating Max at all, but I am understanding that he's been dropped in his last three fights. And if I know anything, Charles Oliveira can hurt you and submit you. Doug, oh gosh, I'm probably going to go Douglas. I don't know if I trust the durability of Julian Rosa. I will be rooting for Erosa. I want him to win, but yeah. Or can they do Yuri Carlos at the 327 main event of the co under Holloway Oliveira? Yeah, they can do that. They can do Bronxy. Yep. Izzy will probably win the majority of the fight until sudden boom. Oh, it hurts my heart, man. Oliveira's last win was goaded, but gotta stop downplaying Holloway. Who's downplaying Holloway? I know exactly what Holloway's gonna do, but he's been dropped in his last three fights and finished in the middle there. Um, I'm sorry, but if Dustin can grab that guillotine when he drops him, so can Charles. And I think Charles can submit him. I like how Paramount has every UFC event back in the day and present. Yep. I was actually looking for a fight today. Scott Smith versus Pete Sell, I think it was. I couldn't find it though. I couldn't find it on the Paramount. Let me make sure I got the right day or the date. Scott Smith. 2006. Yeah, so the Ultimate Fighter 4 finale. It was not on there where I was looking. It was not on it. I remember George was somewhat all right back until the Ross Pearson exposed him. I thought there was a fight before that. Oh no, it was the RDA one. RDA KO'd him before Ross Pearson did. That's what it was. Because that one was after the RDA. Saropoulos. He was pretty good for a second. For a second. Um, yeah, because Dennis Seaver beat him, and then RDA KO'd him, and then Ross Pearson beat him, and then KJ Newton, and, and then the downfall or whatever. But I see Izzy outstriking Pyfer. I hope so. Not you, but everyone I see is picking Oliveira. Interesting. Everybody I see is Holloway. State do I live in? Indiana. What is the most impressive submission finish ever? Ever? Ooh, I mean, there's different. I mean, probably DJ on Ray Borg, throwing him up in the air and then catching him with an arm bar. I mean, you can go Kaya Hiraguchi with DJ as well, getting that last second arm bar after dominating. There's a lot. It depends what you're looking for. Douglas Andrade versus Javier Reyes. Who do I have? Probably Reyes. You just don't know what version of Andrade's going to show up. Bro, what's your thoughts on the Meta Arena replacing the UFC Apex name? I don't really care for the name. I like the UFC Apex, but I understand branding it. Again, I've always liked the Apex, so it doesn't hurt me any. I haven't seen anyone downplaying Holloway. I see more people counting out Dude Bronx saying Holloway will run through him. Exactly, me too. Yo, Mason, what's up, man? I see nobody really giving a Dude Bronx a chance at all. I agree. I can't find prelim fights on Paramount Plus in English. Interesting. I was looking at the events just a couple minutes because I just finished Carlos Condit and Robbie Lawler fight. Um, that's interesting. There has to be something where prelims are at. Izzy beat Joe. I hope so. Your wife made a cool shirt. Thank you so much. I was gonna say that. I've been in Miami having fun. How are you? Okay, it's shit outside. DJ has the best ones, right? I don't see any nobody picking Dude Bronx. Everybody's saying how easy it's gonna be for Max. That's what I keep saying. Have I ever heard of Guardian MMA? No. Everyone is a mod now. Lawler Condit, love that fight. Do you think the oblique needs to be banned? No. No. We have head kicks going to the neck. No. No, people are gonna learn to stop counting you Bronx. Yep. I thought Paramount would stream every fight. They don't have the Munoz versus Lieben fight. Um, Interesting. I don't know. MMA Guru came to my town. Hell yeah. Armin versus Max. Who do I have? Probably Armin. I think defensively, striking wise, Max could do a lot of good stuff. I just don't know how he's going to do with that grappling of Armin. Everyone is a mod. Got to control those trolls. Yep. Roundtree oblique Modestus. Yeah. Harrison's out. Yep. Yep. It's owned by Chad Hardy. Sam Alvey also teaches classes there. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did not know that. Did not know that. Mature fishing with Bryce Mitchell. Yeah. Yikes. Nunes was going to win. I thought so. I thought so. What I can see happening in the Max Holloway Charles fight is Charles catching and dropping Holloway, then submitted him. Yeah, 100%. Just like how Dustin did. He dropped him a quick and jumped to guillotine. Yeah. MMA Guru. Yes. MMA Guru. Yep. Yeah, I just seen the pictures. He was fishing with Bryce. Okay. O'Malley Coleman. Yeah. Umar gonna win. Should win. I think Figgy because they're biased people, but it's not the same Figgy. Too bad we didn't get to see a young Raymond Daniels versus Michael Venom Page matchup. I agree. I agree. Have Verizon, it sucked. Oh, okay. If you ever have time, you should come out. I'd love to train with you sometime. Okay, sure. Where is it at? Did you put that? Yeah, I don't know where it's at. Umar Yan. Best non-champ who was an interim champ either. I think I am thinking Gustafson. Yeah, that's a great one for sure. UFC and WWE is on decline after it had been bought by TKO. Sure, I don't think UFC's on decline though. Joseph Altalina beat Raymond. Yes, he did. Jimmy Crude is out of his fight. I know. I seen that. I'm sorry. 1 second, please. Yeah. Okay. Are you getting out? I just have. I can't. Oh my god. Okay. Get out and get back. Please. Sorry about that. We're good. My bad. Da, 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 da. Oh, Joseph Altalina beat Uraman. Yes, he did. Because remember, Dustin dropped Holloway in the last fight, but Max. Oh, let Max recover. If Duke Bryant's got Holloway in trouble, it's over. He got him. He put him in the guillotine. And I think if Charles can get the guillotine, he finishes him. Remember Daniels with the 720 punch KO? Yeah. I'm in swimming to Miami. Hell yeah, bro. Izzy stopped playing with his. Jesus Christ. O'Malley's song is the new co-main event for 324. Oh, interesting. They also brought Silva and fucking Namajunas over there. Tennessee. Ooh, that might happen actually. My wife has some family down in Tennessee. Another thing, hot take, I can see Duke Bronx being able to sting Holloway if they do that 30-second brawl because Duke Bronx has power. I agree 100%. Nashville, hell yeah. I wonder what's going on. I'm good. I know this is an MMA channel, but random question, brother. Do you follow any other sports besides football, like baseball, hockey, MLB? No, I'm a football guy. I've actually been watching a little bit of bull riding. So many distorted noises. You're good. Hey, Rays, what's up? What's up? Y'all, good day? Hi, Torin. Do y'all think in the far near future UFC could evolve into something like the movie The Condemned? No, absolutely not. Lucas White just getting by. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a kitty down there. Yeah. How old is my cat? 3 or 4, probably. No problem. Tacos. Tennessee. Armin Ilya Taboria, who wins? Ilya. Bull riding's fun. Interesting. Isn't Duke Bronx going to be shorter than Max? Yes. I think he's 5'11. What kind of cat do I have? I'm not really for sure. Tacos. Not a taco guy. Not a taco guy. Do I have any opinions on turtles? I like turtles. We actually had a turtle. Asmat Yuri. Yuri. I just think that long, chaotic style would actually do well against Azamat. Fuck, what was it? Oh, Charles. So I believe Charles is 5'11. 5'10. I think Max is 5'11. So he's 1 inch taller than him. Yep, 5'11. How was your day? It was all right. Awesome shirt. Appreciate you. It's a similar feeling with Volk, though I do think Volk beats Lopez again. But even though he's shown a technical masterclass last time, I'm still nervous for Volk. How did he show a technical masterclass? He got dropped numerous times. He did well, especially early on, but the bigger moments were by Lopez. That's why I think in the second fight, I think Lopez wins. I want Volk. I like Volk, but I don't know if Volk can take those big shots again. Why you say Ilya beats Armin? Armin's defense is bad. I think the Izzy fight is going to go the same as the last one, except it's going to be a early stoppage. Early stoppage is interesting. So it's a narrative that Holloway outstrikes New Bronx. Do you agree? Yes. Yes. Shouldn't 5'7". I'm 5'10". Yeah, he does. Did you see Ilya kind of wrestling with some young girl? Tried so hard not to put it in any compromising situation. Yeah, I did not see that. Turtles are the best pets you can ever have. Okay. Turtles, yeah, yeah. I don't think Holloway makes Charles look short as Alexander Volk. Uh, it's only 1 inch. It's only 1 inch shorter. Right? So no, yeah. I think Volk's a lot shorter than Holloway. Again, we had Turtle. Dan Severn used that's fucking weird. He's 5'10" with shoes on. Okay. I think Charles is 5'10". Pretty clear. He was much taller than Ilya. Again, if you guys haven't, smack that subscribe button, smack the like button on the stream. We're almost to 10 likes. How tall is Jake Paul? I totally forgot. No idea. Holloway Charles is a weird fight because both could win. Holloway could knock him out, but I think I'm gonna go with Charles round 3 submission. And I think like if Holloway wins, especially by like TKO or whatever, it's value and it's later in the fight. I don't think he's gonna sting him or hurt him early. Sting him, sure, but finish him, no. I think Charles could finish him at any time. My mother is obsessed with. Okay. Holloway has longer reach than Max. Yeah, Max is 69 and Charles is 74. 5 inch reach advantage for Charles Oliveira. I don't really care. Okay. MMA, we need to have a contender series during the fall, winter, summer, and fall, but I don't know if it'll happen, sadly. Yeah, I hope so. I love the contender series. Serious question: does Johnny Walker train MMA or is he disciplined experiment movement? He definitely trains MMA. Definitely. Long reach. Yeah. Charles has a bad chin. Bad chin. He's been flatlined 1 time. How can you say he has a bad chin? How does he have a bad chin? Just because he's getting dropped doesn't mean he has a bad chin. That's not what a bad chin is. That's crazy. I'm gonna go Adesanya round 2 take punch. Okay. What's your favorite seasonal contender series? Well, I mean, it's really hard because like Julian Rosa came back on there. Terrence McKinney was on there as well with Woodson. I really like this last season. I thought so many good fighters, potentially title contending fighters, were on that season. Like you have the guy that knocked out Ruffy in a back and forth fight on there. You had one of the best fights of all time in that Contender Series season. So probably this last one. Damn. So dude, Bronx has no shot standing with Holloway, huh? Yeah, I don't think. I think he does. He gets dropped multiple times. That's not a bad chin. Because if you're getting hit with a shot and going out cold, that's a bad chin. Because every time he does get dropped, he gets back up and he keeps going. How is that a bad chin? Last night I had a dream I met Dan Severn. Okay, no. Yo, Anthony Parker. When's the last time you trained? I don't. I had an amateur fight years ago. At this point, I don't train. I don't have the time, unfortunately. Just let me bang, bro. That was Ultimate Fighter, but okay. So by that narrative, does Holloway have a bad chin too? Because he be dropped by Dustin Gaethje and knocked out by Taporia. Exactly. Good job, Phil. Idiot. Idiot. How about them Cowboys? What about them? What about them Cowboys? Good offense, awful defense. So do you think Charles can have success standing with Holloway? You know I do. You know I do. I'll say this: fine, Charles play possum. He's getting hurt by the shots, but he's making himself go down on the ground so he can slap you. Again, that's not a bad chin. So he can sub you, yeah. So that's not it's not a bad chin. I understand what you're saying, but I also think that could benefit him at times. Cowboys are the best, not even a little bit. I like this session surprisingly. Oh, this season surprisingly, I liked how Dana gave even the loser contracts, and it had me on my feet the whole time. I enjoyed seeing people brawl and not take each other down. Thanks to MMA. I'm okay with if they're consistently fighting. I'm cool with takedowns. Do you have an Instagram? I do not. I have a Twitter, which is MMA Now 27. Um, but yeah, if you ever want to reach out to me, you can go to my community post or any of my videos and just leave a comment. Or a Twitter, you can message me. What success can we have standing against Max? I think big success. I mean, I think more technically, Charles Oliveira is more technical. I think it's pretty clear. He's more technical. Your beard is amazing. Appreciate you. Charles, I think, has a great chance on the feet with Max. He has great Muay Thai, but I think if it stays standing, Max knocks him out. I think he TKOs him. I don't think he knocks him out. But again, can Max TKO him? Oh, 100%. I think a more likely outcome is Charles catching Max, whether Max having success or not, catching Max, dropping Max, jumping a guillotine or a darce, and submitting them. Whatever point that is, I assume within the first two rounds. But yeah, Izzy, KO, Joe. I hope so. Do you value fighters' adaptability and fight IQ more than their raw physical skills, or is dominance always about physicality? No, 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 no. I love seeing fighters' adaptability and fight IQ because guys that like brawl, that shit only gets you for so far. The history of that working, I don't think it works anymore to a certain degree. So, a lot of swimming in salt water, a lot of swimming in salt water. Yeah, I haven't done too much of that. I'm from Brazil. Appreciate you. MMA, you're the best, buddy. I saw your first video ever. I was like, damn, bro, youngster, he cheers and awesome channel and it makes my day better. Appreciate you. Like tea, I don't like tea. Izzy Pyfer, betting on Pyfer for the upset. Okay. Gene beats Arnold. Yep, Stylebender, go get Gable in the UFC. He'll take over. Fuck Gable. Cerrone, king of UFC. I love Cerrone. I have a YouTube channel. I do everything martial arts, so I can do an interview with you. Hell yeah. Absolutely, buddy. Hold on a second. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Yeah. Heck yeah. Let's see. Okay. Israel is done, bro. Potentially. I don't care. What's up, man? I think Armin beats the shit out of Holloway, and I love Holloway. I don't think Armin beats the shit out of him, but I think he could out grapple him. Yes. You're going bald? Okay. Nice watch. Thank you. Armin smashes Max. Ah, fuck Gable. Said the smooth as fuck. Yeah. Yeah. Super overrated. We have no idea how good he is. Joe Pyfer with the upset? I hope not. Gable sounded immature and zesty or something. He was off. Well, because he's weird. What fight should I watch next MMA? I'm trying to watch a good fight tonight before sleeps. A good fight to watch. Ooh. Duquesne Velasquez, Bigfoot Silva. If adaptability is king, which fighter in UFC history do you think? Oh, DJ or John Jones, for sure, for sure. Gable, Gable, go yuck. Training with Jones. Yeah, yeah. The fuck. Watch Matt Brown versus Robbie Lawler. That's a good one. Which one? The first fight or second fight? Because I saw the first fight. First. Oh, you seen the first fight? Okay, then do. Ooh, do okay. Do Julian Rosa versus Sean Woodson. That one. Short notice one too. Agreed. Appreciate you. So yeah, Jones wins. Yes, but easy path to the title. Knocking out Pyfer. Um, Consistency. Consistently good opponents. Nothing too quick. Piper will crack that chin so bad. I know he's not very technical, but he will catch him with a haymaker. Again, I worry about the durability. We all understand if Izzy shows up and he's prepared mentally for sure, Izzy dominates Piper. But can he take a big shot? I don't know. Matt Brown always goes to war. Yep. Who's your favorite? No, nobody. Too bad they don't have Hunt versus Silva, bro. Yeah, yeah. Hunt was so juiced to the gills in that fight. It was crazy. Or not Mark Hunt, sorry. Silva was. Junior Rosa, Mel Costa. That's a good one. Piper cracked that jaw if Izzy shows up. Yep. And again, if he shows up even against, like he did against Imavov, he was fucking Imavov up. And then he got caught. Um, so, yeah. Pick one fighter most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse. John Jones. Mark Hunt, Chin Go. Yep. People really sleeping on Izzy. Yes, they are. Yes, Silva was jacked. Yeah, sure was. Sure was. Again, appreciate you guys. Smack that like button. Subscribe. Super chats are always welcome. Helps out the channel so much. When's Gaslam fighting? Who knows? Who knows? I don't even know if I want him fighting. To be honest. I miss Mirko Cro Cup. Yeah, me too. He had a mini stroke after that Roy Nelson fight in the PFL, I think it was, Bellator. I miss Prime Alexander Gustafsson. Me too. It doesn't work like that, but like the stream. Oh, you clicked like button. Okay, thank you, thank you. I can see Izzy knocking out Piper. I can see him countering Piper and putting him down, kind of similar how he did to Robert. Again, I hope so. I want to see a great Izzy celebration again. I'd love to see that. Fader was good. Gaslam next fight will be against Joey Chestnut. Yuck. 1997 Royal Rumble was wild. Okay. Gaslam needs to grow 4 inches. Right. We need Prime Izzy. Yes, we do. Talk all this shit about Izzy all you want. He was an active champion. Same with Pereira. Name one fighter that you wished UFC signed a lot sooner and why. Ooh, Hector Lombard. Yeah, Hector Lombard. If Pyfer beats Izzy, he should fight MVP next at the White House. I'll take that. I hope MVP sleeps Pyfer. Just a big 1-2 right down the pipe, and Pyfer goes down. He goes stiff. Oh God, I'd love that. Fedor had a good BJJ game. He had a good crazy style. How often do I go live? Damn near every day. I haven't these last few. It's just been rough and I've been exhausted, but typically every day. Say Jose Aldo. Interest. Jose Aldo signed sooner. What? He was like fucking signed sooner. I don't know how much sooner you could have signed him. There wasn't even a division in the UFC. How you no? I disagree. Signed sooner? They signed him very soon, very fast. Like he was in the WEC in 2010, 2011 April 30th. He fought Mark Hominick. He was 18-1. I mean, I don't know how much sooner you could have got him in there. Dana needs to retire. I hope he doesn't. Never. How do you think a fighter's legacy is defined? Is it based on who they beat? I think it's longevity and who they beat. I think it's the longer you do it, because you can win a few and then lose it. Like Kamaru Usman had what I think five, and three of them were rematches. That doesn't hold a ton for me. Like he was a good champion for sure, but he's not better than like GSP because he fought guys in today's society. No, the amount of opponents and the longevity of GSP is better than Kamaru Usman. That's just an example. Like I still think Jose Aldo is the goat of that Volkanovski division. I just think he is. Once you have more title defenses than Jose, you are your legacy is above his. No idea, Nathan. If Pyfer could box like Poirier, he would KO everyone at 85. Oh, I don't care. You're 100% correct. I fell off my longboard earlier. Damn. All right, I'm likely gonna sub and try to tune in your live streams as much as I can. You're low key a cool guy. Appreciate you, Ghost. I got stoned off my longboard while I was riding around Miami Beach. Jesus. Piper wants to be able to touch MVP standing. You're correct. How many fights do MVP have? Wait, how many fights do MVP have in the UFC? Five? It's 4 or 5. MVP. He's 24-1. UFC, it's 4. He's 3-1. Jared Cannonier. Yeah, Jared Cannonier, Shara, Gary, Kevin Holland. He's been I had to laugh. Nope, no problem. Conor McGregor owns the featherweight division. Okay. Do you agree with pushes for the sake of entertainment fights like with Pyfer? I don't think the Izzy Pyfer is for entertainment at all. I think it's a decent one because Izzy's on a 3-fight losing streak and Pyfer's winning fights. I think he's also on a winning. He's on a winning streak. It makes sense in that aspect. Do I think Izzy deserves a bigger opponent? Sure. If there's nobody left that's not been booked, it has to be Pyfer. I get it. I don't think that's like that. And if the fight qualifies, that like if the fight turns out to be good, then it doesn't matter if it was for entertainment. Is there? Oh yeah. I probably find an old UFC fight card back then, like either Liddell versus Couture. Well, Liddell versus Silva, Vanderlei Silva is on there as well. Hear me out, Dana. Pereira versus Gane for heavyweight interim belt at White House. I love it. I love it. Again, I understand Pereira only wanting to fight Jones because it makes so much sense. But I love to watch him fight Gane. Even if the thing for Pereira, once again, he's in a win-win situation. He's in a win-win situation. You love Trump? Okay. We're not political at all on this channel. Remember, Silva was scary. He was amazing back then. Not back like he after he got his nose surgery, he did really well. Like against Bisbing, he won a decision, which was crazy. I think he knocked him down every round. But yeah, that was interesting. Wasn't a huge Vanderlei Silva fan. I liked him in Pride, but do you think that what? Poatan will be first 3 division champion, and nobody deserves it more. Fedor Emelianenko was an elite grappler with combat sambo background. He just rarely had to use it. Yeah, I think Fedor was good for sure. I'm not necessarily sold on Fedor just because when it became like when he was fighting good guys, actually good guys, he didn't do great. Do you think that? Oh, the Tracy thing? Yeah, it was stupid. See Pride Days. Yeah, he was good Pride days for sure. He beat Kevin Randall and Mirko Krokop. I think Bigfoot. Jesus, he beat. Oh, not Bigfoot. Big Nog. Sorry. Yep, take someone like Ngannou, physical power, but some critics say his strategy evolved in the octagon, has a matches while ability. Again, agree. Does that limit how we view his greatness? He absolutely should. Absolutely should. He defended it a few times, but if you watch him strike, he's not technical. He just believes in his power. His best performance is when he won the belt against Stipe. That's his best one. Wasn't that fight back in 2017 between Bisbee and Silva? Nah, I think it was before 17. Pretty sure it was earlier than that. Bisbee. Um, Vanderlei, 2010. 10. Oh, if you're talking about Anderson Silva when he won that was 2016. Sorry. Hmm. Hold on one second.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty. Jesus Christ. Uh, wasn't that like who? All right, guys, I'm about to sleep. I gotta be up by 4 a.m. See you soon. Hope we have more fights coming in. Cheers to the channel, buddy. Appreciate you, Lucas. Do you think Pereira and Tracy thing was for PR? Do I think it was real or not? No. Wish Pyfer wasn't offered this fight already. I agree. Who is Alexander? I'm not really for sure. That division's weird. His name, like what is around his name, it just is weird. I really wouldn't be surprised if it's a bigger name, like a top 15 guy. Izzy's a horrible matchup for him since Joe doesn't circle out on the back foot. I worry about Izzy's durability. I worry about it. Is it better to be a specialist at one discipline or a jack of all trades? I personally feel like the specialists are boring to watch. Like Pereira's a specialist. He's not boring. I think it just depends on what specialist it is. Um, like Volter's a specialist. He's not boring. I personally think jack of all trades get you farther. I did not see that mixed. What time is it there? Because it's 8 a.m. here in South Africa. It's almost 1 a.m. Tris Cortez asked Pereira to marry her in 1 week. Bro said no Shama. Yeah. Yeah. Said we're done. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Get out of here. Oh shoot, I can post my fucking right here. Perfect. I don't want top. Refresh. I don't even know what that you're talking about, mixed. To be honest. Become which, right? Right? Absolutely. Yeah, I am not necessarily excited for the co-main or the Rose fight. I just don't care about that fight. I was much more excited for fucking Nunez and Harris. That fight is on here, huh? We need a McGrew Sean Strickland debate. I agree with that. I would assume Izzy has learned that he's super prone to getting his lead parried while switching stances, right? I would assume so, 100%. I would assume that. Again, if even if Izzy that fought I'm Evolve and he beat I'm Evolve up in that first round, I think that version beats Piper. It's a 5 round fight. How long can Izzy keep that up, and can he get hit by Piper? I don't know. So we're gonna be live for this weekend fights. There's no fights this weekend. DDP versus Amabov caught him back to back, and now he's fighting the hardest hitter. Well, DDP didn't finish him with strikes; he submitted him. And Izzy was doing well in that fight with striking. He just got tired. Also, he wasn't leg kicking. He really wasn't kicking at all, which is weird. Imavov cracked him in the second, but yeah, chin is gone, bro. Probably. Can't really just be a specialist in modern MMA. You can excel in one area, but you have to be decently well rounded at others. 100%. 100%. Izzy reflexes are failing him. He used to be so elusive. Yeah. Also, we don't know what version of Izzy we're going to get because he's been gone for a while and he's been able to heal his body. He might be a little bit better than previously. He fought a lot. Also, the version against Imavov before he got cracked, he looked great. I mean, Izzy looked on fire, and then he got caught. Uh, what the fuck are you talking about? Goodbye. Izzy's skill is still elite, but his mind isn't as sharp or unshakable as it used to be. But I think that's why he's losing. I mean, wiry dude, yeah. Imagine Charles KO's max in the first round. Crazy part is, he could. He could. Yeah, it's weird because I don't necessarily know if it's a mental thing. I think, for one, he's 36. There's a lot of tape on him now. Um, and as you get older and you're in good fights, you can't take big shots like you used to. That's just the reality. And I think that's what's going on. That would be great. I love Max. I don't want to see Max get KO'd. I'm okay with him getting submitted. Yo, Matthew, what's up, buddy? What's up, man? Just got off work. What we chatting about tonight? The Izzy Joe Pyfer fight announcement and some few other ones. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well. I can't see Charles lose again. I agree. Good example of this is Alex. Alex, everyone says his ground sucks, but he clearly does not because no one has submitted him. Oh, they don't even really try to take him down, which is crazy to think about. You know what I think it has a lot to do with? Because they see how good his stand up is and how good defensively, not saying he's not hittable because he is. I think they worry about getting tired with Alex. Never been the same since that Jan fight. I disagree. I mean, he knocked out um Alex. Like, that's not true. That's not true. He's won after the Alex fight, so or after the Jan fight. Alrighty. Good job. See you later. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure he's won what 4 times since that fight. I'm rooting for Izzy on this one. He was one of my favorites a few years ago. I'm a big bro to him. See, I thought Izzy looked okay until he took him to the ground. For a long time, I thought Izzy won the first 3 rounds, and then Jan won the last two, and they gave it to Jan. Close fight. I thought Izzy looked fine on the feet, perfectly fine. Yeah. Um, I missed what I was going to say. Oh yeah, Jan Blakovic. Let's see. Izzy, since that first loss, yeah, he's won 1, 2, 3, 4 fights since then. These damn trolls, right? I got him. I got him. Izzy had some tough ass opponents. Yep. But I do think this is the redemption fight. Imagine having to go against Poetan, Sean Strickland, and DDP. Sheesh. Well, you're forgetting Pereira twice, Robert Whitaker a second time. Um, yeah, yeah, and then I'm evolve. I'm evolve. Yeah, and he fought Marvin in 2021 June, February Whitaker, July Cannonier, and then November Pereira, and then a few months later Alex Pereira, and then Strickland, and then a little over a year later Duplessis, and then a few months later I'm evolve. Even this is a 1 year and like a month break. It's his longest break that he's had since joining the UFC. His longest break is a year and a month off. That seems crazy to me. Oh my goodness. Forgot about Whitaker. Yep. This is a big opportunity for Pyfer, win-win situation. I fucking hope he destroys Pyfer. I hate Pyfer. Izzy anti-grappling is pretty good, similar to what Alex does. Yep. I think he only got submitted by DDP because he was tired. Yeah, I picked DDP to win by submission. I thought it was a lock. But Izzy looked good before then and then got tired. Like you said, it was the biggest thing. I think Piper's a crybaby. Crybaby. Angry Joe. Yuck. Yuck. I hate it. Yeah, clearly Izzy's a decent grappler. You know what I mean? Like you were saying, because not a ton of people try to do it. They don't try to grapple him. Oh, he's a good striker. Let's go grapple him. Doesn't really happen. Doesn't really happen. I don't know. Izzy went from undefeated to 4-4. That's why I said that the Yan fight. I mean, sure. If you look at who he fought after the Yan fight, he won three after that. Directly after the Yan fight, he won three fights in a row. And March, April, May, June, 3 months after the Yan fight, he defended his title against Vittori. Yeah, unbelievable. 3 months after losing to Yan, he fights Vittori. The Cleveland's. Jesus Christ. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okay. Man, people are wild in it. Absolutely. If Gaethje loses, he officially gatekeeper. If Gaethje loses, he's retiring. He's retiring. Retiring. I tell you what, though, I am so excited for the Easy fight. It's not even funny. Also, love the fucking shirt. So stoked for the next month. For next month, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Are you talking about Scream? Yeah, me too. Me and my daughter are actually gonna go see it, which is fun. I'm not familiar with Pyfer. You're not. You're not missing much. Cat people wild and absolutely. Gaethje Coates already said it. He's retiring if he loses, as he should, as he should. But I am familiar with Izzy. Yep, yep. Gaethje's gonna surprise a lot of people. I don't think so. I think you're gonna be surprised how hittable he is. Again, if Patty goes in there and he brawls with him, Gaethje should win that. I don't think Patty's gonna be dumb enough to go brawl with Gaethje. Just don't think so. Just don't think so. Gaethje will lose. Yeah. Again, I'm not saying it's a lock for Patty. I think Patty has more ways to win, but Gaethje does have the power to potentially hurt him and finish him, of course. But oh, I watched Big Nog Cain Velasquez right before the Condit Lawler fight as well. I watched, so I was a little bit late for the stream. Yeah, he will lose them. Yep. Funny people are counting out Gaethje. Gonna be funny when he beats Patty. I mean, funny. I don't know if it's badass. I'm gonna be like, woo. And whether I'm wrong or right on my prediction, I just hope it's a good fight. I can listen to Trevor Whitman all day. One of my favorite coaches. That's fair. Yeah. I used to really, really like Greg Jackson. I don't hear too much from him anymore, but I really liked him. And Faraz Zahabi, I like him too. Off topic, but I got Gaethje over Patty the Batty. Okay, love Patty, but I think Gaethje overpowers him. Okay. I think it depends. I think again if they're brawling, I think Gaethje can win. Other than that, I think Patty wins everything else. And we will all see what happens when you count out a fighter. Sure, I'm not counting him out. I just think the other guy's gonna win. I don't think he's like again. I don't think it's a lock for Patty. So was Anthony Smith ever good? I remember being impressed when Glover beat him. No, absolutely he was not. I'll tell you why he wasn't. Anthony Smith was incredibly overrated, and that is because the light heavyweight division was not good because Don Jones ran through every fucking person so much that they needed Anthony Smith. Lionheart, okay, okay, Lionheart, the fuck out of here, Lionheart, yeah, okay. Anyways, so John Jones fought him. So he beat Uzdemir. Okay, back then. All right, sure. Shogun, old, not durable at all. Rashad Evans. Okay. Um, he beat three guys: Ozdemir, Rua, Evans. And then he fought John Jones. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Anthony Smith is garbage. Yep, subbed Gus. Yes, he did in the fourth round after getting his butt whooped for every round before that. Anthony who? Smith. All right, bud. I'm gonna go fix some grub, and tune on UFC 5. But I'll catch you later. Take care, brother. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good one. Be safe. Remember, 1 week, buddy. Three finishes. Three finishes. It's Shogun, who was awful in 2018. Shot Evans, who was awful in 2018. He was 39 years old. And Uzdemir, he beat at 4 minutes and 26 seconds of a 3 round fight. No. Are you kidding me? Ever listen to John Danaher? I no, not really. I have heard a lot of people talk about him and like him. Big jump. Yeah. I definitely think Patty will submit him and ruin him on the ground. I agree 100% with that. 100%. I know I was trying to be funny, Anthony. Who? Oh, I got you. I'm sorry. I got you. Taporia Chin's malarkey. Controversial, I know, but I'm standing on it. Yes, he does. Malarkey. I agree. Again, if you guys can smack that like button, we're almost at 20 likes, halfway there. Yeah, I don't even know. Oh, are you talking about Makachev? No, I don't think Greek Jackson coaches anymore. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. I like Greg Jackson a lot. I like Greg Jackson a lot. What was the name of Greg Jackson's camp? Oh my gosh, it's not Greg Winklejohn. Oh, what's that called? What was that called? American Top. No, oh my God, American Top Team. Greg Jackson. Fuck, his Carlos was there, Cowboy was there, Sanchez was there. Oh man, what was that camp called? Greg, Greg Jackson. Oh, what's it called? Um, Jackson Wink MMA Academy. I thought it was a different name because I said Wink or Winkle John. I thought there was another thing they called it. Am I off on that? Yeah, notable fighters: John Jones, Evans, Carwin, Condit, Cerrone, Guida, Michelle Watterson, Jackson Wink MMA. I thought it was called something else, but I guess not. Is he the one that trained Holly Holm? That is Winklejohn. I'm talking about GOAT Jamie Malarkey himself. Yuck. Wasn't John Jones in the camp? Yes, he was. Does Costa pull off the question? I'm potentially. I don't think it's a lock for Azamat. I think Anthony Smith is a legend in his own right. It's hard game out there. I don't think Anthony Smith is a legend. I got a hard disagree because like, what's his biggest victory? Gus? I don't think Gus was great at this time. What's his biggest victory? I mean, I'm waiting. I'm looking. I mean, the only one that you could say is Gus. A comeback on Gus and a comeback on Uzdemir. What's his best victory? Has he fought good fighters? Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah, of course he has. But no, no. What's the best MMA camp in your opinion? Again, I always thought it was Greg Jackson's camp. I'm not a big Greg Jackson or Greg Winklejohn guy. Um, Gosh, I thought Izzy's camp was great for a minute, but I don't think that's true anymore. Um, I'm not a big Nick Herzog guy. Oh, Safe Sayud. That's my favorite. Now, wasn't John in his camp? Yep. Does Costa, da 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 da. Which is camp called? I'm not for sure which one was the shittiest coach. Armin, Ronda's coach. I can't remember his name, but yeah, Ramen's coach. Jackson and Wink. Okay, thank you. What was I have no idea what Holloway's camp's called. What camp is Charles in? Shoot the box. Oh, if it's shoot the box, that's what's it? That's the guy that was also training Vanderlei for a minute and all that. I think Costa will look good moving up. He usually fights at a crazy pace without weight cut. I think he can definitely outwork some guys. Yeah, for sure. Anthony Smith doesn't lose. He just withdraws out of pity for his opponents. You're right about that. City Kickboxing is a good camp. That's a good one. All Stars. Ooh, All Stars. It's shoot to box. Okay, okay. I was right on that because I know that's Dariush's camp. I know that's true. I just can't remember if he was also training because I think it's the same camp for Gastelum. I think so. Anderson Silva wasn't shoot to box, I believe. Yeah, yeah. Because there's a guy in shoot to box. I can't remember his name, but I always see him in those camps. Anthony Smith doesn't lose. Yikes. I think Ian Gary trains in shoot to box. I think he goes over or goes around shoot to box, but I don't think that's his main place. If I had to uh Ian Gary, I don't think it's his main training facility. Uh, uh let's see. Of course, it doesn't have the gym. God damn it. Ian Gary gym. I think it's an Irish gym. Crown's Gym, Beckham. Huh. Okay, gaming. Congratulations, buddy. See you later. Where did the fighting nerds go wrong? I don't think they did anything wrong. I, I think sometimes losing is the best thing for you because it makes you evaluate. I think it's weird that Ruffy left. That makes no sense to me. But I don't think they did. I think they're fine. Ian Gary is like an adopted Brazilian, even though he's really Irish. Correct. I think a lot of these MMA gyms are more talent scouts than anything, as the MMA star fighters probably would have been amazing fighters without a certain gym. McGregor is a prime example. I don't believe that. I don't think that. I think it's the same thing. The same thing with the NFL. Do I like ATT? I think ATT is okay. It's okay. I think it's a little bit overdone. Um, I don't think every fighter is good, but there's good ones. Again, I think it's the same thing with the NFL. I don't think every good prospect that goes to a bad team, say the Jets, makes their players good. I think sometimes you'll get good players like Garrett Wilson, like Brees Hall, but I don't think just because they're drafting them, they're going to be good. Otherwise, quarterbacks that are drafted like Pickett, what's his name? Kenny Pickett, he would have been good, and he's not. He's not good. Um, I definitely think it depends on which team you go to, what training staff you're at. Can you get by? Sure, but I don't think your full potential will ever be reached unless you get that good gym. If I was an MMA fighter, I would train with Team Elevation. That's a good one. Isn't Team Elevation the camp Gaethje is with? Is that is that his gym? Trevor Whitman's gym? Um, well, that's trained by Cody Donovan, Christian Allen. Yep, Justin Gaethje, Magny, Sandhagen. Yeah, yeah. I like Frost Zahabi. It's a lot of MMA camps. Yeah, yeah. I like Zahabi. I like how he game plans his stuff. I like, I still think Greek Jackson's one of the best. I don't think Weagle John's great at all. But I think it showed with Holly Holm. She is awful. My God, is she bad. Joe Lopez doesn't get enough credit. Who? What about Francis Ngannou camp? I thought didn't Francis's like trainer go with Gan or something? Wasn't it something weird like that? I don't know. Joe Lopez? Who the fuck is Joe Lopez? Are you talking about Joe Lozon? Joe Lopez. Who the fuck are you talking about? Oh, Volk's main coach. Ah, okay. Okay. That's the same coach as Izzy. Eugene or whatever his name is, right? Francis is with Dewey Cooper Camp. Oh, okay. Yeah, again, I like Safe Sahud. He's probably one of my favorite ones. I like his corner work. I like how he keeps it straight. I like how he doesn't mince words. I like it a lot. I like him a lot. No different teams. Different teams. So he does two camps. Oops. Uh, Eugene Behrman's born in 79. That seems crazy. Wow. Huh. 5'10"? Oh, he was a fighter as well. 4-3. All right. His last fight was 2013. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, coach of the year in 2020. Okay. Okay. They just cross train. Okay, okay. Edmund Tarvarian would be my coach. He's awful. One New Zealand and the other's Australian. Ah, okay, okay. Look up Eugene without a hat. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. Without a hat. Da, 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 da. Not a great pitcher. Sees all his hair's all fucked up, but Not a good pitcher. Huh. Oops. Wrong one. Kevin Lee, former camp, was Extreme Couture. Yep. No rush, but do you think you might have a timeline when you might be able to come down? A timeline, no. Somewhere probably in the summertime, but I'm not really for sure. It's like close to 8 hours from where I live. Super Macho Man. Okay, that guy needs some grooming. Round trip to New Zealand for $800. Really? New Zealand. I'd love to go to New Zealand. 100%. New Zealand. Oh, trip. Right. Let's see. Return. Uh, let's see. New Zealand. What the? Yes, there's that. To Auckland or Wellington. Let's just do Wellington. Two adults. I guess let's just look. Um, one away. Let's do. No, I guess let's do Saturday to Saturday. So free hotel up to 2 nights. What? How many nights? Fuck. Shoot, a lot of money. I saw it on Facebook, $800. Damn, which camp is better you shoot to box or city kickboxing? City kickboxing, I would say. I would say city kickboxing. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find a fucking round trip starting at 862. Shit. Oh, I guess let's do Tuesday. Departing the 3rd, coming back the 10th. Round trip. 2 adults, 3 children, 14, 12, 6. Holy moly. Not not as much as I thought, I gotta be honest. Oh, this is per traveler though. Oh, Jesus. One traveler. Uh, holy shit. It's a 19-hour flight. 19. What the lowest to highest? Let's see. That doesn't even make sense. Oh man. It's gonna be too much. Do you do social media all the time? All the time? No. You can easily contact me for sure on Twitter. Just again, MMA now 27. Whenever you want to do an interview. Typically, I'm more free um, around this time, like midnight or so. But I'm typically pretty free if it's Saturdays and Sundays. Sunday night is probably the best time. Steven Seagal, best coach, taught Silva the front kick. Yuck. Yuck. If Tony Ferguson got in an actual camp, he probably would have been better. Fair. Tony Ferguson would have been good for Jackson Wink during his early career. I think he was training with Greg Jackson. I think fly from USA to New Zealand from 8:28 round trip from Fiji Airways. Wow. I do think that's correct because this one was 862. It's just per person, so there's five of us. That's like tied. Gosh, that's way too much. It's 822 five times. So it's like 16, 16, which is 32, and then another eight. So it'd be around a little over 4,000 for a round trip, just for a round trip. That would be cool if you went. Oh, it'd be awesome. I'd love to go to New Zealand. Which camp was DC in? That's the Javier Mendez one. I don't remember the name of that one, but that's Javier Mendez. Tony trained with Jackson Wink later on in his career when he was washed. Oh, okay. That sucks. You're right about that. You are right. Yeah, that sucks. Hold on, I'm gonna grab a water. One second. Let's see how bad it is outside. Hold on. Oh, yuck. Oh gosh. Terrible. Terrible. I'm not for sure which camp MVP is in. MMA is the gayest of all fight styles. Full mount is just gross to watch unless two chicks. Okay. I think ATT. ATT is the camp DC was in, I believe. American top team. Yeah, I think that's Javier Mendez. I thought Tony trained himself. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because he was training with like Eddie Bravo up in that type of camp. 4,000. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Now that team was AKA that DC was in. Oh, AKA. That sounds way more correct than ATT. You're correct. AKA. Yeah, not ATT, not American Top Team. American Kickboxing Academy. I don't think that's correct. You're right though. Yes, AKA. Man. Um. Ba, 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 ba. Going to let's see, Cape Coral. Uh, yeah. Let's see how much it is to go to Florida. I love Florida. Da, 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 da. Whoa. This doesn't even make sense. Wednesday's 104. Uh, what? Per person? What? 197 per traveler. What the? I'd probably do 245 per for five of us. That's three, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 1,500, 3 hours, nonstop. 12. Holy moly. Under 1,500. 1,500 round trip, Chicago to Fort Myers, to Chicago. What? What? I didn't realize it was that cheap. Goddamn. How long been going to the beard out for a couple of years? Adesanya can't lose that. He is not that bad. I agree. Anthony Pettis came from a decent camp too. Rufus Sports. Woodley also came from that camp. Yes, he did. Same with his brother. Yeah, Florida is nice. I love Orlando and Tampa. Hell yeah. What do you think about the announced Abel Aslan's fight? He said he'll will fight in March or April. I'm not really for sure who his opponent will be. It'll probably be somebody newer from like the contender series, but it should be a good one. How much total for five of us? Um, just over 1,400 for 7 days for 1 week. That seems crazy for a 3 hour and 13 minute flight. That's wild to me. Wow. Holy moly. Oh, you should take the Amtrak to Florida. I'm not even for sure if that's something I could do. Um, Am, oops, Amtrak. I think it's more. Oh yeah, Chicago destination. Cape Coral. Search. It's looking 14K dollar. What? No. 1,400, not 14K. 1,400. The Amtrak is a college train. Oh yeah, for sure. I have family in Florida, the Orlando area. Hell yeah. Adesanya will always be lean. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So cost of 150, 300 varies by booking time and demand. Duration approximately 3 hours and 15 minutes, nonstop flight. Oh, that's air. A road. Whoa. Approximately 18 hours. There's no chance I could be in a bus with my three kids for 18 hours. That seems crazy. Like, that would be very hard for them to sit still for 18 hours on a bus. For overnight stops along the split the journey, and for cities like Nashville, Tennessee, or Atlanta, Georgia, okay, convenient risk or rest breaks. Train, approximately 24 hours with possible layovers. It's cheaper for sure, but whoa. Bus, 22 to 25 hours, depends on stops. Wow. It seems wild to me. Actually wild. Drive, it takes too fucking long, man. We drove it once and it took us, I mean, it's a 19-hour drive. It's at least a day if we take a break. It's so much driving. We could be there in 3 hours, when we fly. And then hotel, food, sightseeing, 8K. Yeah, 18 hours in a bus is not that bad. Just sleep. Yeah, for us. I'm saying with my three kids, it'd be really hard to have them just sit there for 18 hours. As bad as flying, then yeah, 100%. Dang, 19 hours. Yep. Yeah, because we drove it twice, there and back. Yeah, flying probably be the best thing. Probably. My eyeball. Flying is like 3 to 4 hours, right? Yep. It is 3 hours. I think 3 hours and 12 minutes. I think that's what it said. Oh, yeah. Fort Myers to Chicago. Oh, one stop? I don't want a stop. Nonstop. So that'll make it go up that'll make it go up a little bit. Mm, yeah, do that. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. That's correct now. Total would be 1,852, but it's 3 hours and 2 minutes. You know what I mean? See, I can drive to Florida. Orlando is 8 hours from Nashville. Hell yeah. Drove 1,000 miles. One, it was long. Jesus, yeah. My guy, I love the new hoodie your wife made when you're with your own merch. I, the problem is like for one, I would have to pay for all of that, making it wise, which would be fine. I don't know how many people are gonna get it, so it makes me a little reserved because again, it's gonna be a lot of money for me to create it. And because I don't do this full time, that's a lot of my own money. And me, or like because I have a family, it's our money, but it's hard for me to make that jump if I don't know how much I'm gonna get back for it. You know. But yeah, she did a really good job. Majestic Beard, appreciate you. I meant Orlando is a 9 hour from Nashville. 9 hour isn't that bad of a drive compared to 19. Yeah, 100%. 100%. We went down to my wife's dad lives somewhere in Tennessee. I don't think it's by Nashville, but it's not Nashville. It's right by an Amish place. Can't remember what it's called. Whitesville? That might be correct actually. But it was 6 hours from Florida, from Cape Coral. MMA fan, huh? Obviously. That's what the title says. That is what the title says. Again, Carlos, thank you so much, man. She did a great job. Again, if you guys haven't, smack that like button. Super chats are always welcome. We are doing a 2 hour stream. Lolita donated a 20. I said 2 hours. So appreciate her so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 6 hours isn't that bad of a drive compared. Oh yeah, 100% compared, yeah. Compared to 19 hours. Yep. How do you get your information about matchups that are announced? Marcel Dorf on Twitter, he announces them, and he's been very, very credible. That's where I get my stuff from. If I post it, it's confirmed. Bummed about Kayla versus Nunez fight being canceled. You probably talked about that already. No, you're good. I really haven't talked about it too much. We brought it up, but skimmed on it. But yeah, it sucks, man. I first I thought it was actually Nunez that was hurt, but it's actually Kayla. it sucks because now we're gonna get Natalia Silva versus Namajunas, and I just don't care about that fight really. I was really looking forward to Kayla Nunes. I really, really wanted to see that fight. Kind of just wanted to see Nunes back again. I don't care for women's MMA, sure, but Nunes is always fun, especially when she's beating up Juliana Pena because Juliana Pena sucks. Yikes. Juliana Pena sucks. Yeah. She's yeah, way too cocky for her skill level. Way too cocky. Oh shoot. Hell yeah. Again, Julian Rosa. Oh, it sucks. I don't think I could live in Florida, but I can visit. I could live. Oh, I could live in it. Um, this is one. Andrade is back from his suspension. So there's that. Juicy J's back, baby. I think he wins. But I want Juicy J to win all day. Then we got a rematch. Rodriguez is gonna smash him. Just my opinion, though. Um, this fucking bummed me out. Bummed me out. Women's MMA is good, not as explosive as men, but still fun to watch. Yeah, sometimes it's not great, but sometimes you get a really good fight. What is so great about Florida? To me, I like that when you wake up in the morning because if you wake up early, it's sunny, it's warm as soon as you get up. I like that. I don't have to worry about it being cold. I hate the cold. Even if it's too hot, stay in the lanai or go into your air conditioning. Um, I like all the restaurant accessibility. I The biggest thing for me is weather. I hate the snow, like I said. So, which state do you like better between Tennessee and Florida? Florida. It's not even close. I wasn't a huge fan of Tennessee. We didn't get to explore too much, so I'll give my wife credit on that. Or not credit, but I'll give her leeway on that aspect. Um, I didn't really care for it. I like to see the guy who said he doesn't like MMA, women's MMA fight one of those MMA fighters. Right, right, right. Again, combat. If you want to have an interview, you want to talk, shoot me a DM on Twitter or something, and we'll do that for sure. Who's filling in for Kayla? Nobody. They're gonna move that date. They're gonna move that fight to a different date and put Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas on that 324 card. Ever watch that crispy chick? What? Oh, I know you're talking about. Oh, I think blonde chick. I'm pretty sure. How much longer do you think Valentina has? Maybe 5 years. I enjoy watching her. 3 to 5 years? No, 3 years at the max. What's great about Florida is the nice beaches, sunny weather, nice beaches, and palm trees. Yes. Do you think they would give O'Malley a title shot if he's young? As he should. Yes. She's from Lafayette. I like Tennessee better. Fair. Okay, makes sense. Colorado is nice too. Never been there. Women's MMA is so boring. I just look at stuff on my phone until they're over. Sometimes it's awesome fight. Chase, what up, buddy? What's good? Too bad. Have a good one. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good one as well. Oh, Crispy Judas. That's exactly what I was thinking of. I couldn't think of her name. Yeah, I think she's fun. Yeah, pretty sure she had a big like head kick finish or something, or a kick finish. Thought she was good. Time to stand. Okay. John Harbaugh to the fucking Giants. Let's go. Hell yeah. Going. Oh, going to bed. Have a good night, buddy. Next best city in Tennessee is Chattanooga. Okay. Don't really care for Memphis. I think we went to Memphis. We went to a Bass Pro in Memphis. It was okay. Well, once you see a Bass Pro, it's all kind of the same thing. But they did have an elevator to the top of it. I'm not a fan of heights at all. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't have a sweater, but we'll figure it out. You don't have a Twitter, but we'll figure it out. Okay. Again, you can always just message me on the community post page of my YouTube channel, and we'll figure it out. I'm 3 hours from Memphis. Ooh, okay. I I think her dad was closer than that because we drove there. So we're probably. I think he's like an hour from there. Don't have a Twitter, but we'll figure something out. I definitely like you to come out and get some rounds, and me too. That'd be sick. I'm definitely out of shape, but I absolutely would love that. I always like doing that stuff. I just don't ever have the time. I think Nunes pulls a GSP and retires again after winning, as she should. As she should. In 2 hours from Chattanooga, you guys drove to Nashville. It might have been Memphis. I might have been wrong on Nashville, but I know we went to Memphis. Can't remember we went to Nashville, but there was a Bass Pro we went to in that area. I can't remember if it's Nashville or Memphis. It was a while ago. Have you ever been to a UFC event and did you watch card? I have not. It's expensive as hell. And I don't really want to go because I can't go live with you guys. And I'm not a fan of crowds. Maybe if they're more accessible, I potentially would go, but I couldn't go live then. So McGrew got humbled next to you. Okay. If you live in Indiana, going to Nashville, you would have to take Interstate 65 South. I didn't go to Nashville. I drove. We drove to Tennessee, where I think it's called Whitesville, Tennessee, is where her dad lives, somewhere around there. That's where we went, and then we drove from there to Nashville or Memphis, one of the two. Renee Good and her wife. What? Interstate 65 is a north-south highway. Yeah, I'm not for sure. I'd have to ask my wife. I'd have to ask her. Yo, do you remember me? Kind of. What's up? Hope you're doing well. Humbled next you. I'm not getting humbled. Interstate 65 starts in Indiana. Yes. Yeah, that was a long drive. Whew, goodness. I'm curious to see Jones versus DC. That's going to be interesting. DC may actually get one on John. No. And also even if they grapple, which potentially, I don't give a fuck. It means nothing. John Jones did what he did in actual fighting. Rest, I don't give a shit if DC beats him 12-0. I don't care. It doesn't mean anything to me because John would just could head kick him or fucking beat him in a decision. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. They're not actually fighting. They're grappling. Did you guys take Interstate 65 to Florida or Interstate 75? I'm not really for sure. I'm not great with roads and stuff. It was 10 years ago, 11 years ago at this point. So I don't know. I Hoosier lived in, oh, figured you're not up on current events. Figures you're not up. What are you talking about? We're talking about fucking MMA. Turkey sandwich. I like turkey. It's so boom a turtle team. Okay. What you talking about? Oh, you're talking about that fucking thing. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. People aren't gonna like what I have to say about that, so we're not gonna talk about it. So You're on my channel. If you don't want to listen about MMA or talk about it, just go to another thing. Why be hostile on something that we're just having a conversation about? Why? Don't time him out. Don't do it. Not yet. Don't do it. I don't understand that, but okay. All right. You get your ass out of here. Right, right. You agree with Connor's done fighting? I hope he's done. I hope. Jay, you're going to get timed out, buddy. You're going to get timed out. You will get timed out. Yeah, I hope Connor's done. There's only two fights that make sense for Connor. One, really, and that's Nate Diaz. That's it. These trolls are funny to funny took the to come over saying fuck him. Yeah, I know. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. I don't get it. I do not get it. It's cool if you don't like what we're talking about, but just go. Cejudo talking about one more he needs to be done. He's not talking about one more. He retired after the Talbot fight. He's not talking about one more. Connor versus Holloway too. Come on, come on. Connor's in no shape to fight Holloway. No shape. Connor Holloway too. That'd be wild. I'd give Connor the balls on him for sure on that one. That's like almost fighting fucking Poirier after not fighting for like 5 years. Or Poirier had 5 fights when Connor had one. I was like, what are you doing? Only 2 fights for Connor, Diaz, and Chandler. Yep, that's it. That's it. And at least on Chandler's point of view, like Chandler's been fighting, even if he's losing, he's still fighting. You know, but yeah, take your hat off. All sorts of hair, buddy. All sorts of hair, buddy. Christian Connor's new Mexico fighter. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. If that guy could ever be anything else. I'm not a fan of the BMF belt. I think it's a gimmick belt. The true BMF belts are the UFC champs. Thoughts about that belt? Um, yeah, I don't really care for it. I thought it made sense with like Masvidal Diaz. Okay, cool gimmick one. Um, I think if there should be a BMF, like I think Max definitely deserves that type of thing, but it feels like it's because like the Charles Oliveira stakes already high. We don't need another belt for that fight. Having the BMF belt on there, it doesn't make any sense. Because like if Max is a BMF belt, BMF champion, and he fights a champion, if he wins, he's the champion. But if that champ wins, his BMF belt should be on the line too. So it's just like it makes it weird. I don't know. I think Connor only has 2 fights on his contract. Yes, the BMF belt is the real belt. That doesn't make any sense. Nigerian Nightmare. That makes no sense. No sense. Why would that even be a thing? Why? You think that's the real belt? BMF belt is really for fighters who can't touch real gold. That's why it was made. Yeah, but Max Holloway can touch gold. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Masvidal had two chances at it. I mean, I guess I don't know. I think Max could be a champion. Could be. If like Islam loses his belt some reason and Max fights like JDM, it's not JDM. I don't mean that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying like 55. I know. I know he fights at 55. I know. Conor Holloway, will it be all grappling like last time? No. No. BMF was made for entertaining fights to make championship money. That makes sense. But again, if you're going to be a BMF champion and you fight a champion, shouldn't your BMF title be on the line too? So you're saying Max should move up? No, 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 no. He's good at 55. I think 55 is great for him. I was just saying. DC Silva, what about it? That DC Silva. You're talking about that boring fight? When DC kind of ran the whole time and just controlled him by doing nothing, just literally laid on him. That's a person trying not to fight. In my mind, Ilya is a BMF champ because he beat Max. Fair. Fair. Yep. Yep. I won't mind Holloway at 170. That's way too big. I don't think Holloway could beef up that much. I don't think his frame's big enough for 170. UDC has any personal problem with you? Why? Why in the world would he have a problem with me? That doesn't even make sense. With me, no. Or Holloway at 85, that's crazy. Holloway at 85. That's nuts. I do think there should be a 165 division. I think there should be. I agree. I definitely think there should be. I think there should be 65 or I think 50, 60, 65, 75, 80, 90, 200. I think it should be every 5 pounds. I want to see Bryce Mitchell versus Ben Shapiro. That makes no sense. Can Charles make 170? Yes. Then why the fuck you talk BS about DC? Because he's an asterisk champion. He never beat the best there ever was, will be. Because it's DC. What are we talking about? Call me crazy, Max Holloway, Bo Nickel. Get out of here. Max Holloway would do dirty, dirty things to Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel sucks. 165 should be junior lightweight. Yep. Yep. Like RDA. Like RDA. He's 160. He's not a 170-pound fighter. Probably his best weight's 150. Probably his best weight. Or cruiserweight, yep. I just think weight cuts would be better. You always have guys trying to go down that they shouldn't, but I still think it gives opportunities for fighters. Love Pyfer and Izzy. Damn, it would be tough to see Izzy get caught and dropped. Yeah, 100% it would be. I think Izzy can win, but I don't know how he takes a big shot from Pyfer. I just don't know. I know it can't happen, but it'd be fun to see a retro UFC event like when it first started. What do you mean retro? What do you mean? Yeah, again, if you guys can smack that like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps out the stream so much. You know what's crazy? 170 in boxing is light heavyweight. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, when I had the fight that I had, I was 184. I weighed in. They said I was light heavyweight. That's not light heavyweight. I think 175. Whoa. I don't know. Yikes, Muhammad. Jesus. No weight class, no holds barred. I wouldn't like that. I don't like that stuff. 155 in boxing is middleweight. Whoa. That seems crazy. That seems crazy. That's why there's so many titles. And like that's a little different because I think in the UFC it would never get as outrageous as it is where they have like 15 different titles. They don't even put on the best fights they could put on. So I don't know. It wouldn't be an issue with MMA or I mean like UFC. It wouldn't be an issue. Does Torres Finney remain undefeated? Well, he's fighting what? He's fighting somebody. Torres Finney. Ah, son of a bitch. Torres Finney. Torres Finney. Da, 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 da. He's fighting. Oh, Jacob Malkoon. Oh, that's a great fight. I do think Finney will be the faster guy, and that might be the difference. Jacob Malkoon is really good. I think he needs to get going. He's 8-3. He's 30 years old, so I guess he's not as old as I thought he was. I feel like he needs to get moving a little bit. I gotta be honest. I think he needs to get going. He hasn't fought. I guess he's fought in 2024. It's almost 2 years, man. Finney is too strong. I think fast would be the difference. Sean versus Song on a co-main. Okay. 125 featherweight in boxing. Whoa. It's featherweight. Whoa. 130 boxing is light heavyweight. Lightweight, I mean. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't like that. So if Holloway fought in boxing, it would be a middleweight. God damn. Ooh, the grounded opponent rules need to be changed. I agree with that. I agree with that. We'll smash him unless he catches Finney early round one. I don't think you realize that. I don't think you know who Giga Malkoon is. I think Giga Malkoon's a really good grappler. And Torres Finney is not a good striker, even a little bit. Malkoon's a good wrestler and a good grappler. I mean, yeah. And I don't think Torres Finney is a grappler like Brandon Allen, who had to beat him by decision. So I don't know about that. I don't know about that. If Ian Gary fought boxing, he would be a light heavyweight. Damn. You're in my stream, buddy. I have a job. I work it every single day. Thank you, though. Thank you, though. Thank you, though. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Get your ass out of here. Yeah. How tall are you? 5'10". 5'10". Boom, 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 boom. How did you get introduced to MMA? Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler. That same person keeps coming on different accounts. Yep. Sure does. He's lonely. He's lonely. YouTube limit how many accounts you can make. Yeah. I wish they would. Gotta be honest. Got to be honest. I wish they would. I hope Guru and Ariel do a boxing match while he's still in the USA. That won't happen. Got introduced MMA from Anderson Silva, Rich Franklin. That's a great one. Great one. What is your hair care routine? Same as anybody else that, you know, does things. Or who has long hair. Again, though, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to get off. It's been about 2 hours stream. Do appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna go lay in my bed with my wife and probably watch some bull riding or something. But I appreciate you. Have a good one. Peace. Taryn, thank you so much for being here. Everybody in here. Lolita, thank you for the $20 super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Also, let me know if you want to collab. We will talk about it. We'll get it all figured out. Appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Also, click that notification bell. Turn it off. Turn it back on so you get updated with all my videos, my shorts. As always, peace.